All right, I'm back, and this is going to be the last little stretch that we did together that I'll be reviewing, and hopefully from here on out, it'll be you guys who are doing this, who are creating these little videos for review. So we start on line 646 here, and we're going to go down to line 658, so down to opakai here. It's a kind of a long chunk, but decided just to do this all together. So nek non, the two negatives together kind of cancel each other out. So literally and not. Why does Virgil do that? I don't know. It's a kind of a litotes, kind of a there's an effect that's created by using the double negative, I think. Maybe metrics. So anyway, not did Porsenna. And again, and this is a character I think we're going to talk about on the Shield. On the Shield project, Porsenna was ordering Ubebat. And here there's some question about, like, what's the object? Whom is Porsenna ordering? I don't think he's ordering Tarquinius. I think rather what makes best sense is he's ordering the city, or which is going to be the object of both Premebat and Ubebat. Or you can just say he ordered to accept the ejected Tarquinius. Tarquinius, of course, the last king of Rome who was expelled. So how does this all work? So and not was Porsenna ordering the city to accept, to take back the ejected Tarquinius. And que connects the two clauses. He was pressing the city with an ingenti obsidione, so ablative of means, with a great siege. The Aeneidoi, here again, that patronymic, so the descendants of Aeneas, ruebant, were rushing in ferrum. So how do you take this? This is not, I don't think this is, you could translate this as kind of like upon the sword. They were rushing upon the sword as if it were like a suicide or something. I don't think that's the case. I think the implication being they were rushing into battle, pro libertate, on behalf of liberty. So the descendants of Aeneas were rushing to the sword on behalf of liberty. Okay, so going down to this next clause. So you start with a imperfect subjunctive, second person singular. This is Virgil addressing you, the looker, the observer of the shield. Again, you have to kind of constantly keep in your mind that this is, we're meant to be kind of picturing the shield, and it's subjunctive. It's kind of, why subjunctive? It's almost like it's a contrary to fact conditional clause. You would see, but you're not seeing that, because you're reading it, but you would see it if it were in front of you. So you would see that guy, and I think that guy refers to Porsenna, or Tarquin, but I think Porsenna. Similem indignanti, like similar to one who is indignant. Similem minanti, similar to one who is threatening. And why is he indignant and threatening? Quia, because Cocles, who is of course Horatius Cocles, auderet, dared, velere pontem, to demolish the bridge. And the story of Horatius Cocles hopefully is known to you, but also I think is an element that we're going to be looking at in the Shield. And Cloelia, again, a character that we're going to be looking at with our Shield project, inaret, swam the fluvium, the river, of course, the Tiber. And then you have an ablative absolute, vinclis ruptis, with her chains, ruptis, having been broken, or after breaking her chains. Okay, moving on. In sumo, on the highest part, on the top of the shield, Manlius, the Custos Arcus, the guardian of the Arcus Tarpei, the guardian of the Tarpeian citadel. Both names that we'll cover in the Shield project. Stabat was standing pro templo, in front of the temple, and he was tenebat Calsa Capitolia. He was holding the Calsa Capitolia, the lofty Capitoline hill. And then this next line is somewhat odd, and I think I think some translators choose not to translate it because it's so odd. But I'm going to translate it as the regia, the palace, um, recent with so recens, recent, fresh, with ramuleo como. Como is thatch, like thatch that you put on the roof of a primitive building. Horebat means was shuddering. So the palace, recent with Romulan thatch, was shuddering. And how I interpret this is just that these were simple buildings in this era. There was no like, you go to the Roman Forum today and you see lofty temples. And I think Virgil is reminding the reader that this is early in Roman history, and that the marble structures that you would see in the Forum of Virgil's era weren't there. It was much more primitive. Okay, and atque, here, hic. I think that's a. Let's see, is that I long or short? If it's long, it's the adverb here. If it's short, it's the demonstrative adjective hic, haec, hoc. This atquic auratis. It's actually, yeah, it's long. It's long. If you scan it, it should be long. So here and here. The Argenteus anser, the silver goose, woolly tons fluttering about in the present active participle. In the auratis porticibus, in the golden porticos, was singing canebat, introducing an indirect statement, that the Gallos in limine adesse, that the Gauls were present on the threshold. And this again is an element of the Shield project that we'll be hearing more about. The Gauls were present, aderant, same verb here, adesse, aderant, here aderant, imperfect. Per dumos, through the dumos again is like a bush or a briar, through the briars. They were holding the citadel, tenebant arcem, defensi, defended, having been defended or just defended, tenebris, by darkness, et dono noctis opacae, and by the gift of a dark night, dono opacae noctis.